What's up, my fellow patriots? Um, yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, checking me out tonight on this Friday night. I just really want to vent. Honestly, I don't really have much of an agenda. I don't really have many people to talk to about the specifics of what we're dealing with because everybody I know is either against Trump, against the agenda of Trump, or they just don't care about politics. So that's where you guys come in. So I get to talk to you guys. I hope you like my background, I'm going to try to run with this as a more consistent thing, even though it's temporary until I get like a legit setup. This is what I have for now. So, where are you guys watching me from? I know I have like so many new subs. You guys have that last video, that live stream I did about LeBron James, Kaepernick, that got a lot of attention, a lot of engagement, a lot of comments, a lot of mostly positive, but there were some haters. You know, they didn't really give me anything I could sink my teeth into. It was just, you suck. I don't like Donald Trump. Just nothing of substance. So let's see who we have on. We got Kathleen, music lover from Washington State. Raquel, Richmond, Virginia. We got Vancouver in the house. We got Northwest in the house. I don't know where that is. Texas. Portsmouth, Virginia. Oregon. Someone said Ann Coulter is crazy. I want to know why. South Dakota. You know what? I got people watching me from all over the world. And that's great. I don't just say that to like brag or like make it up. Like people literally will say, thanks, love what you're doing, from Belgium, from South Africa, from everywhere, Middle East, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. It's great. Please do me a favor and give it a thumbs up on your way in. And I know I got my Florida people in here. California. Where else? Maryland. Vallejo, California. Arkansas. So someone, Perez said, look at her Twitter. It's just a bash Trump show at this point. I don't really keep up with Twitter like that. I go on Twitter to see certain people's tweets, but then also to see what's trending. Because that's really like, Twitter's a really good pulse check to see like, what are people focused on? Because it's organic. At least I would like to think it's organic. But I think Twitter, they let their algorithms determine, or not determine, they let what people are tweeting about and hashtagging determine what bubbles up and is trending. At least it should be that way. So when there's something I think should be trending and it's not, then that's when I want to go live or talk about it. Liz Jean said, I'm focused on your hair. I know some of y'all don't like my hair. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Some of you like it, some of you don't. I don't care. But someone said my video won't play. I don't know. So hold on. I'm going to take a sip of water and then we'll talk. My voice can get kind of raspy sometimes when I drink a lot of water today, but anyway, so I know hate is a strong word, but I'm going to use it anyway. I hate Democrats. I hate Republicans too. I hate the way our government is set up. I just want to burn it all down. It just literally sucks, man. Like, why do we even have to talk about this? Why am I even talking about the fact that my hard-earned tax dollars go to a private, or not private, a big faceless entity called the government, and there are bureaucrats that get to decide where my money goes and how it's allocated, and I don't have any say so on it. It's just like, okay, they say we need to pay more money in taxes because it's the compassionate thing to do. That's how Social Security works and everything. I'm like, okay, we're trusting people to be in charge of our money, but they're saying, oh, it's because we don't believe that you will do the right thing with your money. If we don't collect money and make you pay us, we don't think you'll do the right thing and be compassionate and give back. But yet they're people, and we're trusting them to do the right thing and be passionate, compassionate, and spend our money the right way, but they don't. And it's like, I guarantee you this, I can say this with honesty. If you let me keep my tax money, that's more money I have to pay bills, more money I have to pay off debt. So it frees up more money that I can be responsible with and can be compassionate with. Like, I would give money to charities and nonprofits. It's like, we have to trust humanity. We have to trust the good side of human nature that wants to be compassionate and give back. Like, churches give out money and food and shelter all the time. That's organic, grassroots, crowd-funded. It is just out of the goodness of the human heart to give back. But I say all that to say, like, our tax money just gets wasted. Like, what is our tax money going towards? Like, these politicians and why are they even able to take salaries? They're elected to represent the people, but then they can turn it into a career. And I'm just getting frustrated with it because it seems like, I don't know if the wall is going to get built or not. I don't know if we're going to change our immigration laws. All I know is that if we don't, our taxes are going to go up more. It's bad enough our Social Security is damn near bankrupt. People are living longer, taking more money from Social Security. There's people who aren't even born yet that are going to be paying for Social Security for, like, me, if I get it. I don't know how it's going to work, but it just seems like the misappropriation of our tax dollars is just glaring right now. And we're spending on the wrong things. But these politicians, I hate them. I for real say that because I'm just kind of venting, but Nancy Pelosi has got to be the worst. I thought I hated like Maxine Waters and all the other random crazies out there, but Nancy Pelosi, okay, I got her pulled up here. Just some stories on her. She's vacationing in Hawaii right now while the government shut down. Yet they were all over Trump, like, oh, Trump's just going to go to Florida, even though Trump stayed in the White House. But I digress. She's vacationing in Hawaii. She took a jet, I'm assuming a private jet, thousands of miles to Hawaii to talk about how she wants to set up a, what is it? A freaking, she wants to set up a House Climate Crisis Committee. She's such a globalist. She's like, well, now that we're about to regain power, we need to advance this global warming agenda, which we all know that agenda is all about controlling the masses. Because if you can talk about climate control, like, oh, it's a crisis, we got to change all these things. It's just designed to control our everyday lives, tax the hell out of us, and control what we're able to do. Think about what we use resources for, like light and gasoline and our cars. They're going to try to put restrictions on based on this false belief that the earth is getting warmer. So the fact that she's spending taxpayer dollars flying across the world to preach, oh, this crisis, we got to do something about it. It just, man. And then she won't do anything about the wall. She said that she wants the government shutdown to end without funding for the wall. Chuck Schumer, same thing. It's just, I'm so tired of it, man. And then how come they're not even at least releasing statements about this officer that was killed in the line of duty? Like, they have no respect for our law enforcement, for our military. The Democrats are they're insane. These people are insane. Just when I think they can't go any lower, they start digging. They just start digging. Like, what can we do that's worse? What can we do? What can we do to oppose Trump? Trump supports our troops. Okay, we're against troops. Trump supports puppies. Okay, let's boycott animal shelters. We're against everything that Trump supports. Anything that Trump is for, he acknowledges, he props up, they will tear it down. It doesn't matter. It's so ridiculous. It's beyond me that you have these people that were elected. And then California, man, like that's probably the mecca of where all of this nonsense is just transpiring. That's where you're getting the craziness that you could see happening elsewhere. I talked about how they want to tax on, where they wanted to tax people on text messages. They've already got highest gas tax, property tax, sales tax, income tax, you name it. They're taxing the middle class out of existence, which is exactly what they want. Disenfranchised middle class, flood in illegals, so that wages go down. Then people have to depend on the government. Thus, that keeps them in power while taxes keep going up. But it's like, okay, well, if you raise taxes to fund all these programs, what happens if the people who are paying taxes leave the state? Then you have a bunch of people mooching but not paying taxes because they're not working. So then taxes go up more and more and more, and it just balloons into this big, giant problem. It's like California will be the next Venezuela pretty soon. It's a matter of time, the way I see it. I mean, they just keep on keeping on, and they just had a blue wave, so they're going to go even further and further left. Some people are like I was listening to David Harris Jr. earlier, and he was saying he feels like Americans are waking up when he sees that the Democrats have said nothing, nobody on the left, they're saying nothing about this officer that was killed in the line of duty by an illegal, and how they don't want to fund the wall. They want the government shutdown to end without wall funding. Beto O'Rourke said he wants illegals to, that is what we need to focus on. The way that they're talking about these migrants, these children that died in custody, but they're not talking about anything going on in the United States as it relates to citizens. He says he thinks that is waking people up. Like they know what's going on. They see the media is not covering it, but they see that the media is overly covering the migrant children that died and illegals and everything else. He says that that's waking people up, but it's hard to believe that people are waking up. Because I can't see it. It's not tangible. It's not measurable yet. Despite it felt promising. Honestly, it felt more promising during the walk away campaign back in October, September, when everyone was putting out those videos, like walking away from Democrats and all that. I don't know if that translated into votes or not. I mean, they didn't get their blue wave, but they still took back the House. So now they can really stonewall anything Trump is trying to do. And it makes me like wonder, okay, is it really a losing battle that we're fighting? Now, some of you guys have said, because I've been going hard at celebrities, like, why do you care about what celebrities say? Who cares what they say? The reason why I say that is because the reason why I go after celebrities is because celebrities like to use their platform to shame us and tell everyone else how they should live their lives. Celebrities use their platforms to push propaganda. Celebrities have an influence, like it or not. They do have an influence on the youth. I remember being a teenager and looking up to Jay-Z and other rappers and entertainers, football players, and I would respect their opinion and hold it in high regard. Like, my favorite rapper believes this. So, I respect what they're doing. I respect that. So I believe in what they're saying. It's also like they need to be exposed for their hypocrisy, for their double standards, for their lies, for their willingness to push an agenda that is not in the best interest of the American people, of anybody outside of a millionaire. It's going to affect you if your taxes go up. When they talk about socialism and all these, we need Medicare for all, it's like, okay, or increasing the minimum wage is like, okay, Walmart can pay that, Amazon can pay that, but the mom and pop business can't afford to pay that. But you have celebrities like pushing it out, celebrities go knock on doors, like Danny DeVito, Always Sunny cast. They go out and knock on doors. Someone, hey, you want to come out and vote in the midterm elections? It's like they try to make it sound like we just want people to be engaged in the voting process. You know, it's your duty as an American citizen to participate in the legal process or the electoral process. But it's like they might as well just be saying vote Democrat. That's what they're going out there to push. And then also celebrities are overwhelmingly on the left. Many of them extreme far left, many of them misinformed, spreading misinformation. So that's why I bring it up. That's why I call celebrities out, because if people can just tune them out instead of giving them thousands of retweets, then their platform, what they're saying falls on deaf ears at that point. But it just pisses me off. And especially the black celebrities, they're the biggest idiots there are. I know it's some of the white celebrities too, but it's the reason why I hone in on the black celebrities, because the black celebrities are the ones that have significant influence in the black community, and they use their platforms to push racial division. It's not just about them pushing a radical agenda like socialism. That's whatever. But when you talk about like what LeBron James said with the NFL owners, that's racial division. That divides us. If we're divided, we're easier to conquer. If they can divide us and keep us confused and misguided, then yeah, we'll be at each other's throats, and then they can conquer us. They can take over. They can really push agendas and advance them, because we're focused on the wrong things. We're focused on hating each other, because Don Lemon goes on CNN talking about the problem in America is a bunch of white men. Mind you, he lays with a white man. LeBron James goes and says what he says about slave owners, and NFL owners are like slave owners. And it's like, you can't say stupid shit like that and expect people to not respond to it. You know, it's like, first of all, and I want to bring this up too, because I should have mentioned it in my live stream the other day. He said, okay, LeBron James said that the NFL owners are a bunch of old white men. He's wrong. The owner of the Detroit Lions is a woman. The owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, Shad Khan, I believe he's Middle Eastern. I mean, the name Shad Khan, that doesn't sound like a traditional white name. Some of the other owners are Jewish and they don't identify as white. But hey, it is what it is. Not to mention NBA owners are white. It's just, you can't say that kind of stuff. It's so dumb. It's like he's a ventriloquist dummy. Somebody's operating LeBron James's mouthpiece and making him say ridiculous, divisive things. Kamala Harris, what she said about ICE was just as divisive as Kaepernick wearing pig socks. Kamala Harris comparing ICE to the KKK. Again, that's nonsensical. It's BS, and it's not even factual. Anybody can join ICE, anyone from any race. The same can't be said for the Ku Klux Klan. You know, the Ku Klux Klan was the domestic terrorist arm of the Democrat Party. ICE is a government agency that's there to protect the United States citizens. And what's sad and what's scary is that there are people like Kamala Harris who have aspirations to become the president. Now, it's fun to laugh and joke like, oh, she'll never be president. But how is it that she can even have a bid for president? How is it that there are no blue dog moderate Democrats? They're all leftists. They all pretty much have the same agenda. They want to abolish ICE. They want open borders. They want Medicare for all. They want universal basic income. And, you know, of course, they want to let illegals vote and raise the minimum wage, and we need to put a tax on carbon. It's just crazy that they all carry the same policies. Every single one of them has the same policies. It's just which one of us do you want to vote for? What color would you like your president to be while they push the exact same agenda? Do you want an Elizabeth Warren, the first Native American? Do you want a Kamala Harris? You can say you have a woman. Do you want a Cory Booker? Do you want Andrew Yang? So you can say you have an Asian. Do you want Bernie Sanders? They're all pretty much pushing the same thing. Democrats are just a bunch of people who look different but think the same. But then they want to tote like, hey, we're the party of inclusion. Look at all these diverse people we have. but it's all the same agenda. It's just crazy. And it makes me really mad. I want to get back to this police officer that was killed in the line of duty, okay? Because it really does break my heart that hardly anyone's talking about it. I went to CBS, ABC News, NBC News, MSNBC, CNN. CNN actually did have a headline, but it was way down below Trump with the border wall or the government shutdown and some other things about Trump. It's always about Trump. Not everything is about Trump. This guy losing his life had nothing to do with Trump. The problems that we have in the country pre-existed Trump. But everything that's going on in the country, they want to blame Trump for. They want to tie it to Trump. So this guy comes over here as a legal citizen, legal immigrant, came from Fiji, didn't have the luxury, didn't swim across the Pacific Ocean to get here. He immigrated legally. He learned the English dialect so that people could understand him better. He had a 5-month-old son. He sounds like, I mean, obviously I didn't know him personally, but he sounds like someone you would want as your neighbor. He works for the police department, you know. He came here legally, paid money to come here, wants to assimilate. That's the kind of immigrant we want to come here. But instead, the left tries to conflate everything like legal and illegal. What's the difference? Trump hates them all. He hates brown people. Like, no. Oh, Republicans, conservatives, all the deeply racist white people in Trump's base, these bigots that Trump is dog whistling to all the time. Every single person, I'm pretty sure, would love to have this guy. I forgot his name already. Officer Singh, okay? They would love to have him as a neighbor, as a member of the community, because he cares about the country. He died serving his community. I mean, that's more than I could say for myself and other, you know, most American citizens. So he was more patriotic than most of us. And he lost his life at the hands of an illegal, someone who wanted to cut corners to get here, someone who was incentivized to circumvent our laws. He lived in a state where they incentivized a criminal to come over here, someone who doesn't respect the rule of law. Again, that's the whole point of illegal immigration. If someone's going to come here illegally, violate our laws to get into the country, why would we believe that they're then going to be a law-abiding citizen? Like, oh yeah, I definitely won't drink and drive. I just need to get in illegally. As soon as I'm there, I'm going to do everything the right way. You know, I'm going to get my papers and I'm going to sign up. No, you're not. We don't believe that you're going to do that because you're not willing to go about it the right way from the beginning. So again, why are we propping up illegals in the left being completely silent about this? And when they are talking about it, even with the CNN headline, it's like suspect arrested in this murder, right? And then they say allegedly illegal. They're just really tiptoeing around the language instead of calling it what it is and saying that he's illegal. They're saying like right now he's being charged. It's like, I get it, the legal language. He hasn't been convicted, but that's how you know they're all treasonous. They don't care about the United States. They have no obligation to represent the information correctly. They have no obligation to tell us the truth. They have no obligation to present facts and unbiased, unfiltered information. They're not doing it. They don't care. But you have several thousand, several millions of Americans that trust the mainstream media. You know, they're corporate media outlets. They have sponsorships. They have an agenda. They have a bottom line they're trying to hit. Their goals are to earn a profit and shape public opinion. That's it. That's what they're trying to do. They don't care about facts. There's no journalistic integrity whatsoever. They're all just activists, you know, disguised as journalists. There's no journalism anymore. The only journalists that I've been able to find have been on YouTube, like Tim Pool. That's a great journalist right there that presents the facts. And if he's giving his opinion, he'll tell you, in my opinion, this. And then he says, like, He's a liberal. He disagrees with Trump on this, but he supports Trump on that. He tells the truth, and he doesn't have any incentive to lie. He's crowdfunded. So if he were giving misinformation, then he would lose money. People would tune him out. He would lose credibility as a journalist. That's the kind of journalism that I respect. That's the kind of information that more people need to access, because he cross-references. He will call out both sides. But there's just not enough of him. There's not enough of that. There's just too much authoritative mainstream media that gets crammed down our throats. Now, if you try to go look up things on YouTube, like if you want to know what's really going on, you type in something in YouTube, you're going to get ABC, NBC, Fox News, CBS. Get all of that stuff first. You don't get independent journalists. You don't get independent news sources. One America News is great. I love One America News. That's another one. There's just a lot of fake news out there. And not only are they reporting fake news, they're not reporting real news. Real news should be reported about this illegal in California that was here illegally, of course, but he had 2 DUIs previously. He has a rap sheet. He's a gang member. And now that he's arrested on our soil, he gets 3 hots in a cot. I mean, it's not like he's going to get the death penalty. If he does, he's going to sit on death row for 2 decades. And guess who's paying for him to eat, sleep, and shit? We are. When he should have been here in the first place. Yet California incentivizes illegals to come here. They are that business that has big signs in the parking lot, signs in the window, buy one, get one, come on in, everything's free. They're drawing people in while also raising taxes on their dwindling middle class. They don't care about citizens. More states are turning to the left. It's not just California, Washington, Oregon, Illinois, New York is lost, Minnesota's gone, Michigan's probably gone. If we're not careful, Texas will be gone. They're all going to become more progressively like California. So, I don't know. It just makes me mad, guys. I don't know what we're going to do, but we got to save our country somehow. At least we got to go out swinging. We got to go out fighting, like I said. And I don't mean literally fighting, but we fight with our votes. We use our voices. We do not apologize or feel guilty for telling it like it is. We got to just tell it like it is. We got to call out the liberals, the people on the left. Kathleen said, Mike, you're depressing me, LOL. Well, I'm just telling it like it is. What do you want me to say? I'm not going to lie to you and tell you everything's all peachy. We need a border wall, like now. And our government's still shut down. Hanging AZ, can't agree with other patriots all the time. That would be cult-like. I guess that wasn't direct to me. So if you guys have questions, if you want to ask me something direct, just give me like a super chat. Like seriously, you can do like $1. You can give me $1 super chat and then I can see your question, because I do want to answer questions, because a lot of times I'll go back and rewatch my live streams and I'll see that you guys were asking questions, but it gets buried in all the other chat. So just give me a super chat or put it in all caps or something. And if you just joined the live stream, please give it a thumbs up so that people know what's up. Oh, Dina just said I place RBR in timeout. Scroll up, please. Yeah, he's a dirtbag. He is obsessed with me. He keeps coming on my platform and saying nonsense. He's ad hominem attacks. Dina says scroll up and see what he said. Can you copy and paste it and put in here what he said? I don't know. I might have to block him from my channel, honestly, because he's obsessed and he's a negative, angry guy. If you look, like I said, if you go look at his channel, because he always promotes in my comments like RBR Network, debate me, I dare you. Go look at his live streams. He's a nut job. And his like to dislike ratio is off by a tremendous amount. It's crazy. He's a nutcase, and he's just a hater. He's full of negativity. I can't see what he's saying, Dina. Please screenshot it or copy and paste it. Justin Brewski, I'm obsessed with you. Please give me a shout out. Shout out, man, to Justin Brewski. Kenneth Richards, so what? Now I'm a racist. That's why I'm watching Mike. Oh, you guys, I take it you guys are responding to this guy. So what do I need to do? Delete him from the channel? I don't know how this works, this live stream goes. All I know is I got a hater in there. RBR Network. He's a bald-headed, probably 60-year-old guy that has his own radio show. And he looks like some crazy cartoon character from, I don't know, Adult Swim. He just looks weird. He's a weirdo, straight up. Come on, guys. I'm trying to see what you're saying. Who else picked up their yellow vest this weekend for $11? Home Depot has it. Is there something I don't know about? Is there a yellow vest protest? I heard that there was in California. At least I saw a picture of a bunch of people in yellow vests, and I don't know. It just looked like a photo op. No, I know what you mean. RBR was timed out. I know you're watching, RBR. Why are you such a nut job? Why are you a psychopath? Why are you stalking me? You need a hobby. Nobody cares about your stupid little channel. You're insane. You're crazy. You're obsessed. And my subscribers, the people in the chat, they're not going to let you just say nonsense. You know? It's just whatever, man. I don't care what you have to say, and I will crush any argument you have. I saw the last comment you left on my video I made earlier. I'm going to read it so you guys can see how crazy this guy is. It's nothing but ad hominem attacks and opinions and taking shots at Trump and just nonsense, guys. Yeah, ban him. Yeah, sure. Ban him. Because he's withdrawing from, he's taken away from the discussion, you know, and he doesn't have anything intelligent to say. It's mostly just negativity. But overwhelmingly, you guys give me great feedback, lots of positivity. I love it. Lizzie Jean Williams, I'll have to make you a moderator. I guess I don't have enough. Dina's the one that's been on all of them. Ha, RBR, you've been blocked. You little pissant. You're blocked. I mean, you didn't have anything positive to say anyway. You're just pretty garbage, man. I said something back to him. I honestly did, because the thing is this, like, if people disagree with me, that's fine. I welcome people to disagree. I always welcome that. But I want to have discussion. I want to have dialogue. And I want to have a truthful discussion. I don't want to have discussions where it's just constant attacks and straw man arguments and ad hominems, name calling, opinions, feelings. That's all the left can do is just, he said, here's his comment, just so you guys know. There's no outrage. You angry coon-ass victim, because you don't use legal Hispanic immigrants. You guys fact check this if you want. You don't use legal Hispanic immigrants, 800,000 of whom were thrown into illegal status by Trump to deny other legal asylum seekers entry into the United States, 2 of which died without any outrage from you racists and coons. See, he can't even disagree without name calling. He's just an emotional dingbat. The policy is unconstitutional, so no, we aren't outraged when a racist, Marxist, alt-right, neo-Nazi nut ignores the Constitution and innocent people die. Check your dictator. Hashtag RB Radio, hashtag Truth in Media Project, hashtag Debate Me, I Dare You. The only reason why that is not advertising for him is because You guys aren't going to go listen to him. He's crazy. What the hell is he talking about, man? First of all, lots of opinions. Your opinion is that they're asylum seekers. You don't know those people. You haven't met them. But he thinks like a lot of liberals do. They're like, they're just seeking a better life. They just need a better life. Yes, so do people here. America first, Americans first. They can seek a better life the right way. Like, I don't know, maybe the officer that was just killed, he did it the right way. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying. And then, okay, alt-right, Marxist alt-right, neo-Nazi. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Check your dictator. First of all, he's our president. He's your president. I'm only saying this because I know he's still watching and he's pissed off because he can't say anything back. Oh, he hasn't won anything. What are you talking about, Norman? He hasn't won anything. I'm just exposing him and laughing at him. That's all. That is all. Xavier X says, debate him, easy to win. He's not really worth the time to debate. And honestly, I don't think he could debate without name calling. When you name call, you've already lost. When you resort to those kind of attacks, you haven't won anything. Yeah, you guys are all Klan members. That's what he said, Dina. You guys are all Klan members for watching me. That's what he's saying. Yeah, he's probably I can't really call him a troll because you saw his video. He's not like a bot, but he's fake as hell. He's just an angry ass dude. Texas is the friendly state, but illegals need to remember our catchphrase, don't mess with Texas. Mess with the bull, you get the horns. Yeah, guys. So I guess to summarize, I hate the Democrats. I really do. I really, really do. I can't stand the Hollywood elites, the people who have the platforms to push the propaganda and keep the narrative as is, the status quo narrative, that Trump's a racist, his supporters are racist, building a wall is racist, and no human is illegal. Let these people come in. They're just completely ignoring all the citizens that have lost their lives. Think about how many people have lost their lives or had their lives significantly altered via drunk driving, car accident, or whatever else, assaults, rapes from illegals coming in. But what did Trump say when he was running? He said they're not good people. Some of them are, but that's why we need to filter so we can get the good people to come in and keep the bad ones out. I used to excuse illegal immigration till I started watching what's happening in Europe. Yeah, I mean, Europe is so much farther down this river than we are. And Europe is tiny too. Like all the countries are super tiny and they just have open borders. So they just flood up from the Middle East and they come in through those ports. Italy, Spain, Greece. Well, Italy shut it down. I guess that's the one thing that kind of gives me hope is when I look at what's happening globally. We had Trump, we elected Trump. Cool, that's great. But you still have a lot of people who resist and are opposed to Trump, and they're buying into that indoctrination. They're being brainwashed. Some people are willfully ignorant. You know, this is the information age, so being ignorant is a choice. So some people want to be ignorant. They want to believe everything they've heard about Trump. So when someone like me comes along, contradicts their narrative, contradicts everything they want to believe, they just tune me out. They're like, they call me a name and they keep moving. They're like, Mike, and some of you guys are like, Mike, everybody needs to hear your message. Not everybody wants to hear my message. Not everyone can handle my message because it contradicts what they believe. They want to believe certain things are true that just simply are not true. But where I get hope is with other countries. Brazil went right wing. Italy went right wing. I'm guessing France is going to have to go right wing. I don't know. We'll see if Macron steps down. Even though Merkel's stepping down, her replacement is not right wing. Brexit, you have that. I guess is it Portugal or Belgium? One of those two, they're starting to go right wing. Some countries are just naturally conservative. They want their culture and their values, their religion, their people. They care about their people, so they want to preserve that. And it's a lot of Eastern European countries like Austria, Poland, Hungary. They're very much about their nationalist countries. Croatia, these are like, granted, they're racially homogenous countries. They care about their citizens, so they're rejecting this migrant compact. They're locking down their borders. They want nothing to do with the EU. They're trying to pull out of that. So kudos to them. But what about the other countries like, Canada, Trudeau, and thank God we have Trump, because otherwise we would just be sold up the river by Hillary. Supreme Court is bought and paid for. How so? I mean, you got those activist judges, but that's it. Real Brother was timed out. Man, I got to get some more moderators in here. Dina's doing work, guys. I got to write down the names of some people that said they want to be moderators. And before I go, I want to look at some other crazy stories that came out today that were just not reported by the mainstream. Like that Nancy Pelosi flying to Hawaii, whatever. What about Wells Fargo to pay states mega millions to settle claims of fake account scandal? NYC officials ignored ICE detainer requests for suspect charged with attacking NYPD officer. See, you can't make this stuff up. They are protecting illegals. If a U.S. citizen assaulted an NYPD officer, you would get arrested and go to jail. Why are they putting these people on a pedestal? Again, they're not even supposed to be here, but they're not even like abiding by the laws once they are here. They're breaking the laws. It's one thing you could maybe make a case for. All right, he came here legally, but he got a job. He's paying taxes. He drives. He's giving back to the community. He's doing what he can to get on his feet. No, you got people over here setting up shop, bringing drugs over, human trafficking, killing citizens, assaulting people, driving drunk, collecting welfare, sending money back home to their other countries, burning the American flag, hating our Constitution, talking about how they want to take it over. Did you guys see? I don't know if you guys are subscribed to, is it Grindle 61 or something like that? I just became a sub to that channel. Whoever's running that channel played a video with nothing but illegals talking about how much they hate America, how much they were chanting, go back to Europe. You don't belong here. This is stolen land. Just a bunch of crazy nonsense. And they're here illegally. So that tells you they're not asylum seekers looking for a better life. They're here to take over our country by any means necessary, whether that be violently attacking, storming our borders with caravan after caravan, voting Democrat, blue, no matter who. They don't care. They do not care. And so that's why I'm going to continue to speak out. This is why I encourage other people to speak out, share my videos, go to rallies, get on your local congressmen, your senators, have them clean up the corrupt voting fraud that we know is happening nationwide. We know that the seats that they won, a lot of the seats they won were stolen. Florida, we just got lucky that there was a national spotlight on the incompetence of Broward and, was it Palm Beach County? Without that, they probably could have just ballot harvested until they stole the elections. They stole that election in Arizona. We know they stole that election. 2020 is coming up. You already know that they're going to try to steal that election. They're going to try to take it from underneath us by continuing to stonewall border patrol and making sure that we don't have a wall. They're going to make sure that, voter ID laws, they're suppressing the votes. When in reality, they just want illegals to vote. With the Democrats that just took over in congressional seats, aren't they going to try to make their areas, sanctuary cities, if you have Democrat mayors, Democrat governors that just got elected, well, those are probably going to become sanctuary cities. That's a strategic process. It's a plan for them to make sure that they can get illegals over there so they can vote and start flipping counties from red to blue. See, this is the kind of stuff that's happening in front of our eyes. So patriots across the country need to start doing something. I know down here in Florida, we're having a rally against corruption in Broward. It's not until May, but a bunch of people are going to get together down there and protest, just draw attention, just build enthusiasm and momentum for how we're not going to stand for corruption in Florida. Trump has to win Florida. If he doesn't win Florida, he's not getting reelected. You know, and thank God we have DeSantis. Hopefully he's going to clean up the voter fraud here. I guess he did fire, or Rick Scott fired Brenda Snipes, which is that incompetent lady that tried to, she burned ballots and did a bunch of just crazy shit before. Jeb Bush appointed her way back in the day. She kept her job throughout Rick Scott's tenure. I have no idea why. But think about that county. If she's gone, who's to say that the next person isn't just going to take over her strategy? She might have left notes. Here's how you got to do it. You got to get the ballots and transfer them overnight. And you got to, you know, make sure that they keep flooding in. And then, you know, just hold out, delay the count, delay, and keep counting and delay and not tell them. See, that's what I'm talking about, is we have to get our voting process in check. Our voting process is where it starts. So I've done enough talking, guys. I'm going to wrap this up and get out there, do some Uber and Lyft and make some money this weekend, guys. Second job. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate everyone that is super chatted or donated, became patrons. Again, if you guys want to do that, there's always links in the description. So I'm wrapping up, guys. I'm out of here. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. And don't forget, please go subscribe to the backup channel, Magnificent Uncut. Please do that as soon as possible so I can start building that up, because who knows what's going to happen going in 2019. I'm definitely not going to put on a filter and start using PC language. So who knows what will happen. But I'm trying not to get a channel strike. I'm trying to keep my channel in good standing. But again, please go subscribe to the backup channel, Magnificent Uncut. I won't be posting videos there a lot, like not as often as I do here, but I will occasionally be posting videos there and live streaming over there. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.